Today we're looking at the new Breath of the Wild 2 teaser trailer. Everything you need to know packed into this video. Let's get into it. First little bit of the trailer, there's nothing really much going on. We just get kind of like more of what we had from the original trailer 2 years ago. It's pretty much just the same stuff, a little bit of flash of mouse here. We got Ganondorf, and then not really any much gameplay, which is what everybody wants, which we will get. Interestingly enough, we can still pretty much predict the first little bit of the game just from what we get from this trailer and the recent trailer. Link and Zelda go into the cave where Ganon's at. They somehow awaken him with the zonai arm kind of thing there holding him. He awakens, floor falls out, Zelda falls in the hole. Link's still there but gets saved by the hand, which he then, holds up in the air and is like, oh frick dude, and then his arm is pretty much taken over by it, and then he could be laying on the ground, but it is actually seen that his clothes are different from that part from the other part of the trailer, so it's kind of like a little different. Also, interestingly enough, Ganon's body is just there, so it's like they're in like the same room, so it's like what they're just gonna be like, all right, hey, how you doing? All right, bye Ganon, go wreck the town or something. But Zelda falls away just like that. Link's kind of there, he's saved, but then after he kind of morphs with the hand, he's got it. Alright, so now we're getting into the hot meat of the trailer. So, a lot of this stuff where Link is just going through the sky. We have the Skyward Sword meets Breath of the Wild 2. He's got the long hair, so the first thing that people are thinking is that it's probably a time jump from when he's on the ground. Obviously, the game seems to pretty much like right after the first Breath of the Wild. So if it's right after that, then we go right into the second game. But then his hair's longer, so it's like, okay, unless we're changing like his hairstyle, like this isn't Splatoon 3, so obviously we're getting a little time jump of when we get these islands in the sky. He's paragliding from when he's actually like on the ground from later in the trailer. But also mostly trailer shots of just the sky don't want to have too much in them. It's kind of just like the sky. It's more of stuff like this right here, where we do get the giant egg, which does seem to be the upside down Sheikah or Yiga clan symbol with the same Sheikah stuff. Also a different symbol down here, possibly, I don't know what that is though, but it does seem to have that green energy vab as it's, the green energy vab as it's lowering down about right here. We do see these eggs later on, and we got some symbols we also do see later on, but people are still on the fence. Is this actually a monster, a boss? Is this going to help you? Is it going to try to debate you somehow? I don't know, but it's interesting to say that the green zonai energy, we'll call it, if this is a boss, then we're on, like, it's on both sides, it's kind of like helping, but also, like, maybe trying to do something. So I think that this isn't really going to be, it might be a boss, but it's probably going to help you. It doesn't really seem like it'd be, like, totally against you, but it does seem like a monster or a boss at first glance. I mean, actually, it's like right between its legs here, or on the side. You can see another little egg in the background, which we can actually see. Screw it, I'm just going to fast forward. Boom, right here. See, we got the eggs, so it looks like we're going to either maybe fight this guy or encounter him in the sky somewhere, probably not on the ground. Then right here we have the tails, which at first glance is like, okay, this is really good. We have new enemies, new styles, stuff like that. The bokoblins have horns. Maybe there's a new tier system for the enemies, which is different. Then maybe we could have even higher and stronger enemies. First thing that really screams out to me is the background on the left and right here. I mean, pretty much everywhere. Is just that there's like nothing there. Now this is probably just because it's the teaser trailer. Alright dude, we gotta get this video out, so I didn't really put anything in the background, but if it is actually like this, then I'm gonna be scared, because like dude, there's like absolutely nothing here. Like, it's probably gonna be fine, but there's just a little bit worried for me that they could have nothing. I do see a little building in the background here, so hopefully this is just an open field, but usually even in the higher fields, like, there was still like stuff there. Now we get Link's hand, possibly from the beginning when he fell and the thing went into his hand, or it could be later, as he does have different clothing in here than he did before, so it could be later on. So we have the reverse stasis of the Sheikah slate, which is no longer there. It's just his hand, obviously from the new zonai tech we have here. But we are now back on the ground with the short hair, so I'm assuming this is before we're in the air. I don't really know how that time jump works with that new hair. And different clothes and different shield too. I mean, his shield's actually different too. Yeah, no, he still doesn't have the Master Sword in any of the videos at all. Not too much here other than the stasis, but then we have some really interesting stuff here of the flamethrower on the shield. Now we could get multiple different things from this. We'll probably have an attachment. Since it's fire, we could also get ice, electricity, water, any other elemental thing, just like elemental weapons in Breath of the Wild. We have some new type of enemy here that's like in a cave somewhere, some ruins. Yeah, interestingly enough, it's just a flamethrower. Like, I don't think Link has another sword on him or anything. So actually he does have one on his back, but he's just doing the shield with the fire, so maybe you can do both, maybe it's just one. Now it's also possible that anything that happened, we have like the stuff before these things in the sky go up, so we could have like right as the second game starts, and then this stuff happens or something happens where there's islands in the sky, and then he like waits, and that's how his hair is longer and he has different clothing and shields, and then you like the second half where you have all the islands and all that stoof. Interesting transition of the reverse water droplet kind of going on here. Then we have Link going in, using the zonai power, going into the rock through the ground. Now, I know this is like one cut of like the video here, but it still seems like it's two different things. Like, I'm not really sure what the water is at all like supposed to be doing. Like, it's just kind of going up, and then we got Link going on here. So I don't really know if it's a transition from the ground to the sky. Like, maybe you can't really like how would you really get up, because the islands are really high in the sky. So it'd be very interesting to see kind of like how you get between them, and maybe you can also use this ability just whenever too, which would really change a lot of stuff. But again, we also have these eggs here that we were talking about earlier from that other giant green lizard boy. One thing to say, people are saying this is like an altar over here. Now, I don't want to say it, but we could have temples. There's always a possibility that there's a temple coming back, but I don't know. I mean, like, we've already had shrines before, so unless they're gonna reuse shrines in the sky, they can't really use, I guess they could reuse shrines on the ground, but like, we've already had them. They're reusing assets, so I mean, assets are kind of for the land, but the shrines are on the ground, so what are we really gonna get from all that? We get a nice view here. Still got little temple memes. I'm not exactly sure what that is. Maybe it's like an older shrine, outdoor shrine. Definitely something. And then that's pretty much it. Then we just get the castle going up here. Just the castle kind of like spatting into the sky. Some people say there's stuff under it, but some of the cliffs on the side of it fall off. Assuming that like Ganon will be under the castle, he's gonna, you know, yoink all this energy up after he gets like released, and then this is gonna happen. Maybe all this will prevent anyone from going to Hyrule Castle right away. Not just speedruns, but like an actual game, because if you ever want good gear, just be like, alright, I'm gonna go to Hyrule Castle. Which it was interesting because like it made very interesting things, because you could go in, you'd be very weak, but you're like, dude, it's Hyrule, I get, you know, really good shit, Hylian shield right away. Or I could not go in and just kind of get this other stuff that's more scattered and not really around the castle at all. But it was a very interesting concept of just going to the castle right away. Great idea. So I hope you can still do that. Like, you can still just go right away. Just have to say, if you are able to jump off islands and like glide over to other ones, which I'm like 90% sure you will, like go to anyone at any place, that is going to be pretty much amazing. But if they restrict it to be like, nah, you got to do some teleport memes, it's going to be trash. I mean, I know there's gliding in the trailer, but you know, still, like, those are pretty far away. I don't really know if they're going to do a stamina meme. Like, there's no islands like right next to each other, you know, like those are really far away. So unless they upgraded the stamina or made stamina getting back really easy, then it's going to be interesting to see how we're going to traverse besides using the new abilities. And that is going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching this video. We found so much stuff in this. Cannot wait till Breath of the Wild 2 comes out in 2022. It will be amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more in the future, and I will see you guys later. Peace!